working to an item frame. Okay. We were working on mechanical core. You, which needed more of you, which is in a blacksmith's table. And then this is made in a blacksmith's table, which we're out of pliers. We're gonna need to check on the mob. I can't remember how much it costs. $10. Wrong button. Back to doing the mechanical core, which of course I put everything away. Don't laugh too hard at me. The winding gears. Okay. For now, that's good. All right. Oof. You, I think we're gonna put over here. Right there would work. Yep. To keep us cooler when things are running. Beam splitters. We wanted to put one here. These are these things. So it'll go wink, wink. And then for this one, we want to turn the other direction. We want it, let's see, it's here and there. I think I'd be happy with it right there. All right. And this is where we put the, do we need to put receptors on it? I know it comes with the activators already. That's what these bigger knobs are. Is this an built-in receptor though? Okay. I know for a fact I'm going to put the receptor for the crystal cell right here. So then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more spots that I can have as outputs. And I'm probably going to have one here going straight down so that I can send stuff down. One here so it can go that way. And that means these two will be for these beam splitters. Yeah. What do you guys think? Have any of you really gotten into Embers before? Yeah, I'm going to test without extra receptors for sure. Because I don't recall. Do we have activators? No. So I need to make... Oh, remember receptors is not an easy recipe. We're going to need to make all those wires and stuff. First... Do I have any of it? I have one receptor. Oh, all the mods has had embers. Yeah, I can imagine it would have embers. I'm just wondering, have you played with it? So we're gonna take this one off. We're gonna just have the one up there. Okay, I got it. And it's going to go there. And now that's gonna take forever to fill up the basic one. But we're gonna start by aiming, since we don't have the hearth coil on and that's all this is needed, we're gonna put one here. And we're gonna see if it works the way I want it to. If I do whoa! Look how hot I'm getting. All right, and then we should be able to do that one, and why aren't you? Come on. There we go. This one's probably full. Okay. Purdy. And then we need to do another one of these dudes here, and another one of them here, and another one here. So we need to make 3 more of the emitters. How are we on you? We've used about 30 since we started today of the little shards. Okay. 3 emitters. I do not remember what the recipe is for emitters because all we did was make receptors. Emitters. We still have to do those coils. Oh, look. We do need to do another one of these. Oh, luck. Look how I love you when you work. Alright. So you with a lever, and we're going to hook you up to you. Alright, and then there and there. Great, so you're all set up. Then I need to do one here. And we need to do that, which it's full, so it shouldn't go anywhere. And then this one should go there, and that's full, so it shouldn't go anywhere. Also, fantastic. So we now have alloying set up, which those buffers will fill up and then they'll stop moving things around. And then the coil will fill up, which will take a very long time, and we are probably going to want to put the ember crystals that we have down there in our storage box, because this is empty. All that we have is in this crate back here. And this is, like I said, the basic one is very big. And then of course you just right click it with more ember crystals and it gets bigger. And the only thing that changes, like I said, is the crystal that's displayed. And you can't see it because it's inside a block. But, yeah. There's our current ember setup. I'm really happy with it. It's so pretty. Let's do one thing just so we can make everything even more pretty. Yay, pretty. You can't cook food on the hearth coil. You actually have to make something else, if I recall correctly. I think it's for food cooking. I think it's something different. I'm not 100% sure. Night ring, hearth coil, reservoir, crystal cell. Maybe it is the... Maybe the hearth coil can do all of that. I still want to look into what this ember injector is and the combustion chamber. I've used the Ignum reactor. I have to remember what it's for. This combustion chamber and catalyst chamber. I don't recall seeing those before. Oh, the Inferno Forge. I've never used that. Ember siphon. Whoop, I'm getting a little cold. I'm getting cold, guys. Okay, let's turn you off and go stand by the fire. Hello? How am I still cold? Yeah, that book is crap, Darkwing. That should warm me up. I have 6 seconds more of hypothermia. I put on my diving stuff. It's got the thermal underwear liners in it. All right. Tip, don't stand right next to the ice coil. Let's put this up there. Oh, I still have those and the hammer. Look, I have fish, guys, and I've been saying I didn't have fish. Now I've got some protein. Alright, so... Okay. Very nice. Let's go get those crystals that we've been getting from the Ember Boar. And these are just larger Ember units. I don't have a spot in there for them, so we're just gonna put them here. Yay. Alright, let's shut the hearth coil off, because like I said, I'm only running it when I'm actually doing things. It'd be kind of nice to have a beam splitter here, too. To go here and here. Right now I've just been manually splitting the two. And that might be the way it stays, unless I actually need the cinder plinth for more than just some ash for the building blocks. Hey Wolfie, nice to see you. Yeah, this manual, the codex. It's crummy. It's not a good it's not a good book. Especially since it resets every single time. Ember ejector. These are like ember emitters, but they send more. Catches ember from multiple sources and rapidly transfers it to the machine. Weird. Okay, good to know. Transmutation. Yeah. Okay, I remember doing transmutation stuff with the beam cannon. What are you? When hooked up to a machine, the plug doubles the speed of the machine, but only if also supplied with alchemical slurry from the back, which is consumed in the process. What the heck is alchemical slurry? These are the cool tools. Yeah. See what I mean by having to click everything over and over again? We need to make one of these for easier repairing. Modifiers. The Inferno Forge. Oh, that's for leveling up tools. When you've done them via embers, you get a heat bar, and once that heat bar is leveled up, you need to temper it in a forge. Levels up, and you can put a modifier slot on it. Never done that before. That's kind of cool. Taking them off. These are the different modifiers you can put on things. Okay. So this is where I would guess this is the ember bore. Yeah. There's the ember activator. Pressure refinery. The mini boiler. Produces heat. You attach a vessel and it creates steam. So if I needed steam for something, I could make steam via embers. Okay, good to know. I'm really trying to see if I can find the pieces that I don't know about. I know about the breaker, mechanical axis, centrifuge, hearth coil, mechanical pump, dawnstone, nope. Let's see here. Gear boxes, merge, mechanical actuator, steam engine. These are the things that we have down below. Not all of them, but some of them. Alright, well, that was unhelpful. Fluids, bins, item transfer, vacuum hoppers. I have an item dropper. Reservoir, okay. And I don't think it's transmutation. This is probably where the ignum, whatchamacallit, is. Let's click all these. Field chart, I don't know what that is either. Wildfire core. Aha. It's connected to the wildfire core. Burn combustible fuels. Okay. Huh. Interesting. You can grow metal that way. That's cool. This piece of machinery is counterpart of the catalytic plug. This is the thing we just read about that doubles the speed of a machine. When attached to a machine and supplied with steam, which we already read about the mini boiler, the wildfire Stirling will reduce the ember cost of all machine operations by half. A second Stirling can be attached to quarter the cost. So now that I have improved getting ember, the amount of ember out of my crystals and shards, I can attach it to all of my machines, which would make a bigger footprint, of course. Steam and Stirlings, wildfire Stirlings, to reduce the amount of ember it's going to use. That's kind of cool. That is cool, right there. I'm done looking at that stuff. All right. Let's just put that in here instead of going up. Put that in there too. So we now have Dawnstone. We've got all that set up. Let's look at the potential for better tools, because there's drills and whatnot. A drill would be nice. I don't remember these being connected in the previous time. The flux bore is a handy drill tool. You may familiarize with drills already, however these have a certain size. Capabilities with other versions do not. While the basic version only performs a 1x1 or 1x2, higher tiers can do 3x3x3 or 5x5. I currently do not have a way to charge them, but we'll work towards that. I talked about it at the beginning. I'm probably going to do thermal piles from Magneticraft. Which, as a little starter, if I do that, this is their recipe. These. Which is iron, double copper plates, which we're going to need to make a crushing table for, and machine blocks, which require double lead plates, which again, crushing table, lead, iron, and a motor, which has a little bit more micro crafting as well, but it's not bad. And again, if we make a crushing table and a Magneticraft hammer, we can manually do this because we don't have a way of doing the hydraulic press. So, yeah. And we've used the crushing table before in Exoria. I just have to remember which hammer. Clearly the Magneticraft one. So that's the steps we're looking at. But we can get started on some better tools. A drill head. We need to make some solder. Ugh. I wish there was an automated way of making this stuff. I really wish there was. There isn't, but I wish there was. We can automate the wire, but making the actual buckets we can't. Yeah, we can't even do it automated. We have to do this manually too. So, yay! Do we have any solder? We have a little bit of solder. How much do we need? Drill. Which one was it? This one. We need more than what we've got, so we do need to make some. Invar. Oh, we're gonna need to make some Invar. We have not. I don't have that much Invar. Invar. Well, I have ingots. I do not have plates, so we're gonna need to make some plates. That's no problem. But let's get started by doing the solder. And that was, what was the blend? Was tin and lead. Tin and lead. It was 2 lead and 1 tin, right? Yes. And this is somewhere I'd definitely like to have some power, because this is our current options for getting dust. And I actually prefer the crank one because it doesn't consume your food as fast as jumping up and down. Ooh, ooh. Let's take you out. I'm gonna need to deal with that for a bit. So, how's everyone doing? Anyone doing anything interesting this weekend? Thanksgiving is coming up for the people in the US. You gonna go travel to see family, or is family gonna come see you? Hermes is gonna starve. That's what he's saying. You're playing the new Pokemon. Cool. Why did you just stop? I don't know. This is probably going to take me another 2 or so minutes. Do I have any coffee? I have a little. I wish this had the mechanic like the extra utilities manual mill, where you just have to click it once and it stays spinning. That'd be nice. But this would be great for getting power to do a pulverizer. Yeah. Making a pulver. I wonder what the recipe is for a pulverizer. Is that my only option for a RF powered? Well, I guess if I want to do giant machines, there's Immersive Engineering Crusher. I don't know if the giant machines are necessary in this pack. I think there are smaller machine options. Almost done. We'll take a look at what it will take to make a pulverizer, because that definitely feels like it might be one of the first machines we make after we have power. Okay. Lead and tin. Woo. Then we need to smelt you to make the wire. And then we need a bucket with the wire to make the solder, right? And it's with a solderer. Oh, look, we have solder wire in here. Oh, Winry. I don't think we have a solderer, though. Oh, good, we do. So we did all that work. And we don't need it. Oh well. It's likely we'll need it in the future. What were we working on that we needed the solder to begin with? The drill, that's right. We need to do the plates. Invar plates, Invar gears, that's the recipe like all the others until we can make the metal press, which would be another nice machine to have. Invar plate recipe until we can actually do that. We have 4 gears, so we just need some plates. I think we needed 3. Alright, so the drill is made in the blacksmith's table, and it needs you and you. Whoa, okay. Drill head. Let's pick up the rest of that. Oop, wrong button. Claim a treasure chest. So it unlocks a few other things. A magnet. A hypo infuser, so it's pretty much a potion needle. I've never used one of these before. That's kind of cool, though. I could see how that would be useful for, like, say you're doing something in the nether in regular mod pack and you're swimming around in the lava or something, to be able to have it auto-infuse fire resistance potions, or auto, if you're fighting a bunch of mobs, to auto infuse strength 2 or something. That's cool. Never used that before. This is probably the next step here. Using flux capacitors. I think those craft with energy in them. Anyway. This recipe looks fun. We've got some tin and silver and an iron gear. Those things, no problem. This tool casing, I have a feeling I am going to not enjoy. Okay, not bad. Gold plate, lead plate, wiring kit. So yeah, not bad. Let's see what's on our treasure. Enderium plate and an armor upgrade for the reddies. I have a couple of these because I got a warrior one. So we've got our warrior rat over here. I already have. Oops. Yeah. Hermes, you've got like 15 minutes, sweetheart. Alright, drill. And it's called the flux bore. You? Yes. Alright, we're gonna get silver and tin and an iron gear. Silver, tin, iron gear, and then this is lead and gold plate. Lead, gold plates we need. Hi! It's time for some gold. It's softer for you. And we need the redstone coil. And aluminum wire. Aluminium. And that I think is done in here. Nope. Here. Okay. Engineer's table. Let's go get those gold plates. Alright, and then this is just a standard crafting. Flux spore. Woo! How do I use you? Hold shift for details. V to adjust the drilling area. I'm guessing it works like a pick. Alright, good to know. So I just need to be able to charge you. Listen to it out there. Okay, so we're good on that. Let's have ourselves a poopy brownie. That should help with that. So yay, boar! We do need to be able to power it, and we do have a energetic infuser, but we don't have the power for that. So we'd be able to just chuck it in there when we do have power. Treasure chest, cat, Invar hammer, and some awesome food. We have some food in there too. I keep putting it in there. I really should just eat it. This does what again? Dairy, grain, and protein. So I could essentially take these two things and just eat this once. Good to know. I wish there was a lunchbox or something in here. Maybe that's what a good thing for another satchel would be. One would be a lunchbox and one would be a toolbox. That's definitely potential. All right. Then it makes the saw. I'm really interested in the regulator here, the temperature regulator. That's why I'm kind of going this way. The flux saw is similar to the flux drill in that it chops an area. Higher tier chops more trees. This might be nice when we finally get to the Glacitus dimension that we need to go to start agricraft. So yeah. Saw blade. Steel gears and a steel plate. We need to make some more steel. Was it in here? All right. Let's get iron and put it in there, get you out. And then we unlocked that. Meh on those rewards. But alchemical quiver does not work with modded arrows. Good to know. Infuse arrows with potions, so regular arrows with potions. Good. Okay, well, it's not going to be useful for me, but I could see how it would be useful. Reservoir, similar to bucket. Okay, similar to a bucket. It holds probably more. Yeah, 10 buckets worth. Okay. Let's go this way, because I want to... Yeah. Too bad there's not any better shovels. Or, yeah, shovel. What does Ember... Does Embers have any cool tools? Embers has its own tools. And it has this cool clockwork battle axe. The cinder staff, this thing shoots ember at people. I think the blazing ray does too, but it's a gun. It's pickaxe. Grand hammer. Look at that, 11 attack damage. I've never played with those. It looks like it'd be cool. This is interesting. I don't even know how to say it. But lead, copper, these sound really bleh. Dawnstone looks nice. 644 for a Dawnstone shovel versus a diamond shovel at, nope, 1651. But I wonder how enchantable the Embers one is. Maybe it's more enchantable. I wonder if these are disabled. It doesn't look like it, because you can do this alchemy recipe. It'd be interesting to... I've never played with growing metals. There's even a Dawnstone seed. That's cool. That one doesn't have a recipe, but all these others do. That's cool. I don't know why, but it is. Yeah, there's excavators, you're right. And I have several of them in here. I just, you know, sometimes you want something that's like the boar. That's cool. And when I have power, that'll be even cooler. Saw, not so much right now, but I think that's what we're working on. We can get rid of you and do the saw. This is what we're working on, which is similar in recipe. Exactly the same in recipe. Except for it needs a saw blade instead of a drill head. Fantabulous. So we need to do another wiring kit. Okay. Good to know. We really need power, don't we? What else can we get here? Do I have wither skeleton, ghast, enderman, skeleton, creeper, zombie? Let's put the enderman in there for a time. And let's take these out. Yes, I can make a water wheel. No, I am not making a water wheel. The water wheel recipe, for one, let me put this in there, would require us to grow some bloodwood. I did collect bloodwood. I have a little bit, and then I have some saplings, so we could grow it in one of the hopping bonsais. Because the water wheel segments require bloodwood and creosote to make. I don't like water wheels. I just don't like them. They don't look nice. Like I said, we're probably gonna do the thermopiles. I mean, we have the thermoelectric generators. We could do those as well. The recipes are pretty cheap. Yeah, they're cheap. And we already have a bunch of the solder wire to make the melted solder now. So these are cheap. I don't think we have uranium to get the highest tier hot source. So we'd have to use lava, but that's not a bad thing. We might even be able to use magma blocks. That's worth finding out. And we would set it up. We're going to start our RF generation over here. I want to change this floor probably to this so that it's all the same. And then I don't know what the walls are going to be. We need to do the ember generator as well, which is here. This here will get us the ember generator. This is diesel power, so you need to do the pump jack probably, which I've never ever used. But this will be helpful for our first bit of power, and we'll be able to say that this one is done. And this, I need to get going on actual crop growing or whatever for this. You know, we might be able to do that particular recipe. I have all of the ancient, those bricks. Oh, it's noon. These. And one of the recipes was that. Can I make a stack of those? Anyway, I'm gonna go feed the cats. Give me about 5 minutes. I will be right back. Alright. Probably heard me moving around just a little bit before I pressed the hello button. Hi, I'm back. Yeah, I pulled out a bunch of the archaic bricks out of the inventory and just kind of moved some of the stuff in here. I threw out the void thingamajiggers. Yeah. So we're gonna see. Let's gonna craft some assorted farm goods to get that quest done. Just using this archaic brick. I know I want it for crafting or for building purposes as well. But yeah, I want to get that quest done. So we get 2 healing potions. Because I'd like to know... Aha, auto crafting. Auto crafters. Ooh. Was this from Cyclic? Yep. Does it require power, I'm assuming? So good to know. I will chuck those in there for now. I have an auto enchantment table. I don't even remember how this works. Anyway, I'm probably going to be streaming just for another half an hour or so. So let's see. There's a show of hands from all y'all in my chat. Thermopiles or thermoelectric generators, or we go down the quest line and make the ember energy generator, which apparently is supposed to be your first generation. So those are our 2 choices. do standard RF or this fancy schmancy machine that takes the ember we're already processing and converts it to RF. We are going to have to do this anyway to go through the quest line, but I wouldn't have to assemble it, is what I'm getting at. You're already looking like a rusty ember factory. Might as well continue it. Okay, well, here's the challenge we need to figure out then. I currently have one refinery here, as we know, one pressure refinery. It's going to one crystal cell, of which we have absolutely no more outlets in. Okay, so we can't hook up, we can't send ember any other directions. All of our splitters are used up, everything. So to set up energy generation, I'm going to need to hook up another emitter onto the actual pressure refinery and send maybe to another crystal cell somewhere else. This floor is full. I'm not going to squeeze any more machinery on this floor. This floor is open, but again, I mean, I could put it here because we're going to do our RF stuff in the wing that's over there. So if I put it here, it'd be easy to get conduits that way. I'm thinking. I have no idea if you can fire ember out into the ocean. I have no idea if you can. I don't even know if you can really go through blocks technically without any loss. Because what I was thinking is we could have an ember emitter shooting out this direction, going that way, and connecting to wherever out here, wherever we do our power bank. Yeah, I would need to do a single player world and cheat in for testing sakes. So that's a thought. Is one pressure refinery enough to do all that? That's a thought too. I suppose here's the thing. I don't really need to know right now. I just need to craft the items at the moment. And then I could do a single player world and see if it can shoot ember out into the water, and if so, then I can progress further into creating whatever kind of setup for power. That if I use ember power, I'm getting a decent amount, and these ember grit, like I said, will create an even bigger ember crystal when smelted, which will produce even more ember. So I'm already getting, which I have that turned off, but I'm already getting shards from the water strainers. I'm already getting shards and crystals from the boar, which at some point we need to get an ender chest and just get the stuff brought up here and in a storage up here, so that we can then figure out processing all of this stuff the right way. Okay, that's something we didn't do either, is it? Figuring out if we do uses. Obviously there's smelting, there's immersive engineering, crushing. There's an alloy smelter from modular machinery that gets you 3. I wonder if this is a quest line. We need power, of course. set up another embers line that is just for individual metals, whatever that is. Ender IO, thermal expansion. Those are my options for this, whatever this machine is. Wow! It looks cool.
Yo, what's going on?
I have no idea if we're ready to get to that point, but that looks neat. All right. I doubt we're ready for that. 3 times ore processing, probably not there, since we're just now trying to figure out how to get 2 times. I think my answer is thermal expansion. We were going to look at that. I know I'm getting sidetracked again. We're going to look at what the crafting recipe is for this. Some lumium. Ooh, lumium might be a limiting factor for us. Go, go, rocket squid! Can we make a basic alloy smelter? Nope. So we would need lumium plates. I don't believe I've received that many from dungeons and things. I have 13, so I technically could. Yes, 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 we could make all of this. We could make it.
Yo, what's going on?
Hi, Comet Lore. And that's just solder, right? So that, if we want to do the pulverizer, would be a lot nicer. Our initial machines should be, once we get power, pulverizer. I'm jotting stuff down here. And the metal press from Immersive Engineering, so that we have a way of making gears and plates cheaper. And we'll be able to hook up the energetic infuser to charge like the flux drill, and once we make the saw, we'll be able to charge the saw. And yeah, we're gonna need power on the surface as well. That's probably where the thermopiles should come in. The ember board generator, the embers RF generator down here to get started, and then up there will be thermopiles or thermoelectric generators from an Immersive Engineering or Magneticraft, whichever one I choose, because we're gonna need to make the farms automatable. We're going to need to do those autocrafters to compress them into the assorted farm goods, to then compress them even further into something that gets sold for money type of deal at some point. Yeah, we've got things to do. What time is it? Okay. Have we not made one of these before? Oh, probably not. We just used our last ember receptor, and that was making one of these that yeah, okay, backspace. Do we have modularium? How much modularium? We have 17, so we're gonna have to make more of this soon. Remember how we made these? Yep, that's how we made them. thankfully it looks like we'll be able to make them in the alloy smelter, that fancy machine at some point. But we need destabilized redstone and a block of constantan in the world. And the destabilized redstone is throwing redstone into purified waters, which, yay, we automated purified water, so that's cool. The constantan is the... nickel and copper, which we can make that in the alloy smelter, alloy kiln here. This is where I was doing my destabilized redstone modularium setup. I had destabilized redstone in here, and I was just bucketing with the constantan in there. But we might need to move it over here where the purified water already is. Yeah. All right. My head is all swimming with all the stuff to work on. But I think, unfortunately, I think I'm going to end it for today. I know, a little early, but we're going to do this again tomorrow. So I've got a list of stuff to do now. A list of stuff we can do tomorrow. I think one of our first things will be getting RF set up here. And then we'll be able to create a few machines to be able to start processing what we're getting downstairs at the bedrock level. These things that we could fortune. That's a question. Does the auto user use tools? Because I'm just thinking, there's auto breakers, of course, but those won't fortune. We might just have to deal with not having it fortune. We'll have to deal with the XP if we do it that way with auto breakers. Which we'll need the XP eventually. I'm pretty certain we're going to need to collect XP. Can you hear that? Can you hear the cats running around? So loud. But they've just been fed, so they're happy. So there's those thoughts. So like coal, redstone, lapis, diamond, emerald, those are things are all going to need a different process. Okay. And we can store these things in the storage up there to be processed again into other things through the sluice. Need to store that and that and that. Oh, okay. All right. I know I'm gonna go. I know I said I'm gonna go. We're gonna do an ender chest tomorrow. First thing, we're gonna have an ender chest, and we're gonna try to figure out the initial sorting of it. We're going to hook it up to either a slave or to the controller itself. For this, we're gonna add a few more storage drawers and hook up for cobblestone and the prismarine and the mossy cobblestone that we're getting for sure will go here. And then the ember crystals we have shards, so we're going to need one for the crystals and for the grit. We'll have that go here as well. And then the rest of the materials will need to leave the ender chest and go to another location. Probably we could see if we do RF. We're gonna need to process it over in that area. We might need a third ender chest I don't know. We're going to think about this. I will think about this. I may not get it figured out, but I will think about it. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, 10 to noon, 10 to 1. That's kind of my schedule. And we will try and figure out RF and our first RF using machines. So take care, folks. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Talk to you later. Bye.